This is the strategy that works. We've been doing this for the last 3.5 years, and it's going to get the most levels of engagement.
This ain't it, this cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, right like a speeder, taking it deeper, and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's sent for me. I keep the blood of the lemons, my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry, it do not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy.
And what we're looking for is people that are hungry, wanting to hustle, wanting to break through walls, wanting to go after that legendary status.
Show me the chicken, I'm frying it. They say you ain't about it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But God did it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers. I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my takeover of Kyle's live show. If you're not following Kyle on LinkedIn, on YouTube, you definitely should be. We post about 30 videos a week full of valuable content for free. Connect with and follow my LinkedIn if you like what you're seeing today. We also put all of this in podcast form. Just search industrial sales and marketing with Kyle Mylan on any platform you guys listen to your podcasts on. And at any time during the show, leave me some questions, comments, and I'll try to answer them at the end. And if I can't answer them, I'll get with Kyle and I can DM you afterwards, but I'm assuming I'll be able to answer most of your guys' questions. I think that's all the plugs. Let's get started in today's topic, which is how to get your sales and marketing teams working together or on the same page. This is a really important one, guys. So I have about 10 little topics or 10 little points that I'm going to go over. I'm not using the board today just because they're points that a little bit longer and can't be like really written on the board as well. So the first point I'm going to go into is enhance understanding of customers' needs. The sales team have direct contact with customers and understand their pain points and preferences and requirements. You guys out there, all sales guys that are out there, you guys are talking to the clients. You guys know what they want, what they're looking for. If you come across a deal that you guys are doing that you don't get their business necessarily from, you know, you ask them why. You can bring that back to your marketing team, to your R&D team. Hey, they were looking for X, Y, and Z thing on this machine that we didn't currently offer it. Is this something that we can potentially get with in the future? Is this something potentially we can make in the future? You guys are the first step. You guys really understand what the client wants, what the client needs, and the marketing team really relies on you to really understand what they want, what they need, what they're missing, what kind of product or service that you guys are missing from that the marketing team can get together and start marketing for. This is an invaluable insight and should be shared with the marketing team to create a more relevant and targeted marketing materials. Tailoring content and campaigns to address the specific needs can significantly improve lead to quality conversion rates. Again, as I said at the beginning, the sales guys are the front line. They're really sitting there, really understanding what the client wants and what the client needs. You need to be taking that back, not just to your marketing team. You need to be taking that to your whole team or your whole company as a whole. Because if you guys are in an industry and you guys aren't specifically offering a product or a service that you know you can, and it's easy for you guys to do, that's another marketing or another money play that your sales team can use, and your company would love you to bring it to them. Second point, coordinated go-to-market strategies. Integrating sales and marketing efforts leads to a seamless go-to marketing strategy that ensures consistent messaging and branding across all channels. You guys need to make sure that your marketing team is having a consistent voice, a consistent brand, a consistent look when it's coming across. If you guys for example, if you guys look at our social media and what we're posting and the branding that we're putting out, it's loud, it's similar, it's different enough that it doesn't look like the same thing posted, but we have the same voice. We are the dominant industrial marketing agency in the space. If you guys are the dominant CNC machining company in the space, if you guys are the dominant press, whatever you guys know that you guys are good at, you need to make sure that's your voice, that you're showing your potential clients why they should be going with you and having that same voice throughout all of your marketing materials. For industrial companies where the sales cycle can be long and complex, a unified approach helps maintain a clear, cohesive narrative that resonates with both existing customers and prospects throughout the journey. It's a really important thing. Again, I'm going to say all these points are important at the end of them probably, because again, this is my first live, guys. If I start messing up or anything like that, I apologize. I'm trying to get up to Kyle's level, but this one's important. Have you ever seen a marketing strategy high five a sales strategy? Neither have we, because they're conceptual, but when we work together, it's like a perfectly synchronized dance. Think tango, not the Macarena. This synergy ensures our messaging doesn't do the twist when it should be doing the waltz. Little funny thing in there I thought I'd add in there. How'd you like that, Riley? You like that? Number 3, improved product development feedback loop. Sales teams can provide real-time feedback from the field on how products are received, including any common objection or feature requests. I talked about this kind of in the first point that I brought up, but this is really going to kind of go into the features and what you specifically, need for. If your machinery, again, if your machinery or your machine that you guys are currently creating is not, or your lines that you are creating currently doesn't address a certain problem that is in the industry that you guys know that you can solve, this is something the sales team obviously is going to want to address. It makes it easier for us to sell because we have more lines, we have more services, we have more products that we can sell. So it broadens our horizons when it comes to bringing in potential clients. But it is a really key important thing because, again, we're the front line. We know what they want. We know what they request. We know when we're going to trade shows, we can see what kind of new technology is coming around. Hey, that is something that this technology is something that we already somewhat use. This is how they're going to be implementing this new technology in a total different machine, a total different line, a total different service that we can offer as well. So let's hop on it. Let's make sure that we are one of the forefronts of this new technology, one of the forefronts of this new service that we have to offer, the forefront of this new feature that our machine offers here. It's a really important thing. The direct line of communication can guide marketing in crafting compelling value propositions and support R&D teams in prioritizing product improvements or innovations tailored to market demands. Having this information, relaying it back to the R&D team. I know that this is getting the sales and marketing team on the same point, but the R&D team is also important. They are the ones that are going to be doing the research and development, making sure that this is something possible that we can bring to it. Is this something possible that we can even market? They should as well be a part of your marketing team or your sales team if you guys have an R&D team, because they're going to be able to tell the sales guys, maybe bring them back down to earth a little bit sometimes, is, hey, that's not something that we're going to be able to do in a year, 2 years, 5 years. But sometimes they can elevate it as well and be like, that's something we've already been looking into. Maybe the sales team wasn't completely aware of it. That's something we're looking into. This is something that we can implement quickly. So then the sales guys can go off and start already offering that as a service, offering that feature, offering that product. Next one, streamlined lead generation and nurturing process. By aligning marketing and campaigns with sales objectives, industrial businesses can ensure that leads are not only of high quality, but also timely. We all know that the industrial sales cycle is long and it can be very drawn out. Sometimes we even here at MFG Tribe, our sales cycle can sometimes be 2 or 3 years when it comes to clients, because when I initially, or one of my sales guys or women initially reaches out to a potential client, sometimes they're not fully aware of the problem that they have not addressed, not fully aware of the services that we can offer to them. And once they become aware, sometimes it takes them a little while to either approve budget, get people on board, maybe they're going through some sort of change where they're trying to figure out what their next step is. When it comes to you guys selling machinery, you guys selling products, you guys out there in industrial, making sure that you guys are aware of what's going on is really important. Marketing can then focus on nurturing strategies that warm leads up to the perfect temperature for sales engagement, reducing the sales cycle and improving conversion rates. If the marketing team is out there and people are aware of what you guys are doing and what you guys dominate in, what you guys are the best at, it will shorten that sales cycle because it brings that certain level of trust. The marketing team and the sales team can work together, the sales team being the forefront in person, the marketing team being the front line when it comes to the initial reach out, whether that be the email marketing that they're reaching out with, whether that be some of the ads that they're pushing out there. If people are aware of what you do, they know your name, that's that first level of trust. I always say trust. That's that first level of trust that when you, as the sales guy comes in, they already trust you. They know that you're good. They know some of the clients that use you. They've seen your products. They've seen your services in action. They know that you are something they can use. They know that they are something that is important to them. So it can make that sales process a lot shorter because they may have already gone through and gone, okay, hey, we've seen this company. We've seen this service and product. We want it. Now we've gotten approval for it. Now let's go out and get it before you even bring them the problem. I'm going to do another one here. Riley, it's going to be another. We're going to do a fishing one this time. All right, ready? Imagine fishing in a vast sea of potential clients or customers. Marketing baits the hook with irresistible content while sales reels them in with the precision of a seasoned angler. Together, we ensure those leads don't just nibble and swim away, but end up as prized catches. How about that one? That one? You like that one? If you guys like that, give me some thumbs up. Like I'm trying to bring a little bit. Kyle can be a little bit serious when it comes to this stuff. He is very passionate about what it is. I'm trying to bring a little bit of comedic value to here, just to make it so I don't maybe look as red on the camera, because being a ginger, I look very red. Shared metrics and KPIs. Next one we're going into. Establishing common metrics for assessing the success of both sales and marketing facilitates a culture of mutual accountability and continuous improvement. For industrial sector, relevant KPIs might include lead conversion rates, average deal size, sales cycle length, and customer lifetime value. Encouraging joint efforts to move these metrics in the right direction is another key important thing that you guys should be doing. Making sure that your marketing team and your sales team are aware of your KPIs, making sure that if a marketing team has a KPI of bringing in X amount of leads to sales, then making sure that both of them are accountable. And the sales team, we are all sales guys. I'm a sales guy. We know that we get annoyed with marketing when it comes to the fact that they're not bringing us enough leads. But hey, if they're bringing me 1 or 2 leads a week that are actually good, that are turning into discovery calls, that are turning into me quoting them, I would far rather those 1 or 2 good leads versus going through 5 or 6 leads that maybe turn into 1. You want to make sure that the KPIs that they're bringing in, that the marketing team has, and that the marketing team is aware of what the KPIs of the sales team. Because if the sales team is not reaching their KPIs, marketing team's bringing in the leads. The marketing team knows that they're good leads, that they need our services, that they need the product, they need your product, and the sales team isn't converting on it, then hey, we can address this problem. Maybe it's the sales team's fault. Maybe it's something that the marketing team is not marketing well enough, that people are getting confused as to what products or services we're having to offer, or you guys are having to offer. Just making sure that everybody is on the same page when it comes to everything. This is really what this live is about, is being on the same page is very important for both sales and marketing. You both will get, sales will get more deals, marketing will look even better, and you guys will just grow as a whole if you guys are working together. You should not be separate. We've had a conversation in the past before of having those meetings, making sure that the marketing team is in the sales meeting, making sure someone in the sales team is in the marketing meeting so they're aware of what's going on. Next point, optimize use of marketing collateral. Sales teams can provide collateral, i.e. case studies, technical data, white papers, etc., are most effective at advancing prospects through the sales funnel. This enables marketing to allocate resources for more efficiently and produce materials that genuinely support sales efforts. So making sure that the collateral that you guys use, making sure that the case studies you guys have are up to date, making sure that you have recent ones, that you guys aren't falling behind, because people want to see recent. They want to see the most recent case studies. They want to see the most recent technical data sheets. They want to see recent white papers that you guys have written, because if you aren't writing them continuously, and we do this for a lot of our clients here at MFG Tribe, we do a lot of white papers, we do a lot of case studies, we do technical data sheets, because the clients that we have know that potential clients want to see what they're doing, want to see how their product or service has impacted other clients. They want to see what the technical data, the engineers that we're trying to market to for some of our clients want to see what the technical data is. And you got to make sure that it's up to date, that you're using the correct information, that you're using the correct lingo. Our degreed engineers on staff here are able to do that, and it to a level that, you know, when we send these emails or we send these data sheets, we send these white papers out to fellow engineers, they're learning something, they're getting some sort of value from what we're sending them from our clients. And the engineers, I've talked with a bunch of engineers. I know that you guys love to learn new things, and having new technology in front of you is really something that you guys really enjoy. And that is something as a client that our clients take to their advantage, because, hey, we have a new product that we have to offer that uses this technical representation or this sort of technical requirements. And the engineers are going to geek out over that, and making sure that you have those things in place. So if someone does ask for them, someone does ask for a case study, you can just give it to them immediately, that you're not waiting a week or two to give it to them, because they're going to know, hey, maybe this case study that they're sending to me now is, something that they wrote specifically for me. Having them on deck and ready to go is really important. Sales provides the insider info on what collateral generally helps close the deal. Suppose marketing materials were fishing lures. In that case, sales ensures we're not trying to catch a marlin with a tiny worm. Next point. Effective utilization of digital platforms. In an era where digital presence is crucial, let me go do that again, Riley. In an era where digital presence is crucial, collaborative efforts in managing websites, social media, and digital advertising can lead to a stronger online footprint. Sales can provide practical insights into customer queries and discussions, while marketing leverages this information to optimize digital content and strategies such as SEO and targeted advertising, which are critical for the industrial market's competitive landscape. You guys need to make sure, again, that when you guys are on your digital platforms, when your sales guys are posting theirs on LinkedIn, whether they're posting, a post from the marketing team that is posted on the main page, on the home page, making sure that your sales team is reposting that, making sure that your sales team is utilizing the marketing material that the marketing team is coming up with as well, because you need a unified front. When I'm posting stuff, I'm making sure that I have some sort of MFG Tribe logo or something like that in there. So when people are looking at the information or the information that I'm putting out, I mean, you can see it got MFG Tribe logo here behind me. Anytime we're pushing something out, we have some sort of branding that marketing has given to us. So when someone sees our information, someone sees the video that we've created, they know, oh, this was created by MFG Tribe. This was created by, X, Y, and Z company at press manufacturer or machine manufacturer, CNC machinist. This was created by this company, and it all ties back, because if you're going to be the thought leader in the space, I'm trying to be a thought leader on LinkedIn. If you're a thought leader in the space, being able to get that trust again as a sales guy and bring it back to your homepage, bring it back to your marketing team, bring it back to your company is really what you want to be doing. You want everything to relay back to there, because the SEO efforts that they're going to be doing, people are going to be searching those key terms. People are going to be searching the things that you guys are talking about, making sure that the things you guys are talking about on LinkedIn and on your social media tie back to what you guys as a company, as a marketing team are really trying to accomplish as a whole. Next point. Alignment on customer segmentation and targeting. Working together, sales and marketing can develop a more nuanced understanding of the different customer segments within the industrial market. This collaborative approach ensures that targeting strategies are fine-tuned, messaging resonates more strongly with each segment, and resources are allocated to the most profitable opportunities. By combining forces, we ensure that our customer targeting strategy is as precise as a laser-guided missile, not a game of pin the tail on the donkey. This fine-tuning helps us speak directly to the needs of each segment, making our message hit home every time. You want to make sure that you guys are, I'm going to keep saying it, on the same page. If the sales guys are coming in and saying one thing and the marketing team is pushing out a message that's totally different, people are going to get confused. Your potential clients are going to get confused as to what services you have to offer, what products you have to offer, what you can do, what your lead time is. It'll become a very confusing time when it comes to the sales guys trying to get customers in, because then if they do have an MQL that comes in, that's a marketing qualified lead that comes in that they're trying to turn to a sales qualified lead, they're going, wait, this doesn't really align with what we're selling. This doesn't really align with what we're doing. We can't provide this product or service, but marketing is still bringing them in. And if sales is not relaying this to the marketing team, they're not going to know who and what are good sales leads and who are not good sales leads, what MQLs should be turning into SQLs and why they aren't turning into SQLs. You guys, again, same page. It's very important. I'm going to keep saying same page. I don't know why. That's just the same thing. Riley, you're going to have to come up with a different thing than I'm going to have to say for same page. Same page, same, or you, Laura, you're back there as well. Same wavelength. See, now for the next couple points, I'm going to use same wavelength. That's going to be the thing I'm going to use. This is my favorite point. Joint attendance at industry events. This is something that if you guys are attending industry events, if you guys are going to those trade shows, you guys are going to FabTech, NPE, if you're going to IME, all of which we will be at this year, hope to see you guys there, IMTS, any of these trade shows, if you guys are going, speaking of, if you guys are going to these trade shows, we will be there with our video team. If you want us to stop by, let us know, send me an email, send Kyle an email, send me a LinkedIn, send me something. We can stop by your booth, come shoot some video for you guys. We'll have most of our video team, I think, at all of them. Riley will be there. I'm always referencing Riley. You can meet Riley. Joint attendance at industry events, very important. Making sure that your marketing team is marketing your sales team, not just like, hey, my sales team is going to be there. here at MFG Tribe, I asked my marketing guys, our automation guys, to send out a picture in an email of us so people know what we look like, who we are. You guys, if you are sending out this information early, telling people you're going to be at this, telling them who you are, what you do, you know, the importance of doing business with you, how you guys are the industry leader in the space, how you dominate the space, showing who with video, with pictures, you guys are going to show up and be like rock stars. We all know Kyle has his following. I show up to events, I show up to trade shows without Kyle, and I see people going and have come up to me going, I've seen you somewhere, I've seen this. And it's not from necessarily from my videos, it's from the fact that we sent them out an email. They saw that email, they saw that picture attached to that email. It was just of the group that's going to FabTech. I had me, Riley, Kyle, and one of my other sales guys in the picture, and they recognize us as we're going through. They know you guys feel like rock stars when you're walking through there. And it really makes it to the point where it makes having those conversations easier, because people will make that eye contact with you and go, I've seen him somewhere. And they want to have that conversation because they're like, why have I seen you? They don't really know necessarily that it was from an email marketing email. Or if you guys are consistently posting to social media, that's important as well, because people are going to recognize you in the industry, especially if you guys are, you know, industrial manufacturing focused. We know that it's a large yet closed in industry. If you guys are posting material that people can learn from, if you're posting material that people get value from, people are going to share that, people are going to watch that. And when you go into these events, you'll see the difference. You'll see the fact that people will recognize you, want to have those conversations, and make sure that your sales and marketing teams are at these events together. Your marketing team can learn these new technologies, so your sales team doesn't necessarily have to come back, and you don't have to rely on your sales team to learn and, you know, not just sell. I go out there when I'm going to trade shows, and I'm going out there trying to learn and see what the technology is coming in. But when you guys have a booth that you guys are renting, you want to make sure your sales guys are focused on selling, making sure that they're able to answer all the questions. Have those marketing people out there that are listening to the conversations, listening to the sales conversations, listening to what they're selling. Because who knows, one of the marketing guys could come up with a brilliant idea. Our marketing team does it all the time, listening to me and Kyle. They come up with ideas to send out emails, to send out, you know, different campaigns that we're doing, different sequences that we're doing. We do it for our clients. Our marketing team listens to me and goes, or to Kyle and goes, hey, what about we implement this with our clients? What about we implement these sequences in our clients because we get better open rates? What happens if we start doing these kind of videos because we see that they're, you know, have more reactions, have more comments? All this kind of stuff is really important. And when you are going through these trade shows, the conversations that you will have will be good because they're amazing. Not just good, they're going to be amazing because they're going to know who you are. They're going to know what products you guys have to offer. They're going to know your line. They're going to trust you as well because they've seen you somewhere. If they've seen you somewhere, I've had it where I've had, you know, a 5-minute conversation with someone, and then they're like, I recognize you from somewhere. And I was wondering why they were so wanting to be engaged, wanting to talk to me. And that's why, is because they know I've seen him somewhere. I've seen him talk about the industry. I've seen him talk about this product. I've seen him talk about this press. I've seen him talk about this machine, the CNC machine. And this is something that we're in the space of. So I know that he's someone that I can talk with. If I have a problem, maybe I can ask him. And don't come across as too salesy again when you're going out there. And the marketing team should be the same. Don't come across as too much of a marketing team. Come across as having those conversations, getting them to trust you, getting them to move down the funnel is a lot easier when you guys are on the same wavelength. Boom, used it. Was about to use Paige. Oh, we're going to go into the last point after this one, but I'm going to go into another little funny thing here. Imagine sales and marketing storming industry events like a dynamic duo, turning heads and making waves with pre-event buzz created by the marketing and the charm offensive by sales. We're not just attendees, we're rock stars. That was my last funny one there, Riley. And we're going into the last point. Again, guys, if you have any questions or comments, put them in below. Let me know if you have any questions with regards to sales and marketing, anything. Hopefully I can answer them. I'm pretty sure I will again. Last point, cross-training for enhanced team dynamics. Facilitating cross-training sessions between sales and marketing can foster a better understanding of each team's role, challenges, and contributions. For the industrial sector, where products and sales processes are often complex, this mutual understanding can lead to more effective sales enablement and more cohesive organizational culture focused on achieving the shared goal. If you are aware of what if the sales team is aware of what the marketing team's role is, and the marketing team is aware of what the sales team role is, whether that you have a written process down, if you have a process, make sure that the sales team is aware of what the marketing team's process is, and the marketing team's aware of the sales. because then you won't have confusion. Things won't fall between the cracks. The sales team's not going to be looking at the marketing team going, oh, wasn't that your job? And the marketing team's not going to be doing the same. Wasn't that your job? Finger pointing. If everybody is aware of what each team member's role is, even go down to the rice and grains of each team member's role, making sure that everyone is aware of which team member is doing what, whether you have a closer, whether you have someone that's good at intros in the marketing team, whether you have someone specifically dedicated to email marketing, whether you have someone specifically dedicated to the brand management, to social media, making sure that everybody is aware of each team member's role is crucial, because if the sales guy needs something and they need a good answer, a quick answer, it's easier for them to go directly to that person versus trying to go through the marketing team. And we know the marketing team is very busy and might not get their answer as quickly as they want to. Being able to go to that person, if you guys are in-house like we are, go to that person's office and be able to ask them that question directly, because you are aware that they are the expert in the social media. They are the experts when it comes to the email marketing. I go in and I have discovery calls, and sometimes there are questions that I can't answer. I'm not the end all and be all and know it all of the industrial manufacturing sector. I'm continuously learning, or our marketing efforts. If one of our people or one of your potential clients has a question, I will go, hey, do you mind if I go and ask one of my team members? I will, in the middle of my discovery call, give me 1 or 2 minutes to go and find this answer for you if you don't mind. Sometimes they'll go, no, hey, get it to me later because they're busy. But hey, if they're down for it, and if they're okay with you disappearing for a minute or so, don't make it long so they're sitting there on the discovery call just waiting for you. But go ask that question, then come back and be able to give them a well thought out answer that came from the expert. And you will find that they go, hey, they're a cohesive team, they're a cohesive unit. Everybody's on the same page. People want to work with that. People don't want to work with teams that are all different. When our sales process, our handing off process is one of the big things that we hand off that level of trust, because the sales guy has that initial trust, and now we're handing it off to our team. You guys should be doing the same thing. Your sales guys, your sales engineers should be handing off your potential clients in some, you guys should have some sort of process to hand over the trust. The sales guys should not just be dumping it and leaving. Because we all know as sales guys that we want to make sure that all of our clients, or you should be if you are a good sales guy, we want to make sure that all of our clients are happy and what we have sold them is getting done. It is not our responsibility to necessarily be doing the checks and balances with the marketing team. That's who your marketing manager or whoever, is in charge, your engineers, whoever is in charge of, the next step. You're not necessarily there checking and making sure that they're doing all of it, but making sure that the customer is happy, checking back in with them, checking in, coming into meetings every now and then, and making sure the internal meetings, if you have internal meetings with regards to someone's product or service, if you guys are building a machine for them, making sure that everything's going along the lines of what you're selling to the client. Because if us as sales guys and we go and we sell something to someone and it doesn't come back as what we've sold, we look bad and we look like liars. And that is not something that you want as a sales guy. That'll get through the system. That'll get, especially through industrial, very quickly. The sales guys just try to get you in to buy the product. They have to, do a custom thing that they have never done before. Don't put your team in positions that they're not comfortable with as a sales guy as well. That's really important. I know we want to sell. We want to make as much money as we can for the company, but don't put them in a position that they can't thrive. They can't succeed. Sometimes you're going to have to say no. And that is one of the big things of understanding each team's role is you're going to be able to go, when you're going through the meeting, your discovery call, well, this might not work out. This client might not be, someone that we're going to be able to do business with. And a client would far rather you say, I don't think that we're going to be able to complete this to the level that you're wanting to complete this at due to X, Y, and Z. Maybe we don't have the capacity to do it. Maybe we don't have the technology to do it. And I know it's really hard to admit that, but they would far rather you admit, hey, I can't complete this to an A level. Maybe if you can't find anybody else, we can try and complete it to the level that we can complete it at. But we would love to do business with you in the future. And then again, if you're offering that service, or if you can't offer that service or that product, relaying it back to the R&D department, relaying it back to the marketing team, as I said at the beginning, is something that you as a sales guy can do. Okay, that's it. I promised Riley that it wouldn't be as long as Kyle's. So I'm going to do my outro real quick. If you're not following Kyle already it's a break, actually, not the outro. This is the break. I forgot about the break. Okay, Riley, I saw it. Let's take a little break while we let some comments roll in. Let's check out this video one of our video team members made for a company we talked to at a trade show.
There's two elements of Vernay that are really important to our service element. The first is what we call concept to launch, and that's where we take a customer from product development, from an idea, and moving it all the way through to launching that product for those particular customers. The second thing that we do really well is technology expansion. We've been able to add new things to our toolbox, new technologies, new materials, new ways of molding, other kinds of processes and those sort of things that differentiate us from the rest of the marketplace. And I think that's a big part of what makes Vernay a very successful company. I think we're known for our tenacity. I think what Vernay brings is the idea that a project takes a long, long time. And Vernay has been around a long time, and therefore they know that we will stay with a project. If they start with us, we'll get it right to the finish line. Sometimes those goalposts change. Sometimes the market becomes a little bit difficult for us to manage and our customers to manage. But we work through it with them, regardless of the situation, and we keep driving to the finish line. And usually it's a successful finish line.
All right, what up, guys? We are back. Riley says that we have one question in the comment thing, so I'm assuming that I just gave you guys all the information that you guys need and you didn't need to have any questions. But I appreciate everybody that attended, first of all. So what's the question, Riley?
Alrighty, we have a question from C. Rich on YouTube, and he asks, or she asks, not sure, what does the day-to-day look like as a salesman for a large distribution company? What does the day-to-day look like for a sales guy in a large distribution company? Well, it's not really going to really change from really anything when it comes to the industrial sector. You guys should be really every day checking in on the clients that you guys have on that you've had discovery calls with, making sure you're touching back with them, making sure you're going through, if you guys have a CRM system, making sure that you're going through your CRM system, making sure that the deals that you guys have coming through, if that's how you're keeping track of your clients or your potential customers, making sure that you've reached out to them, making sure that they're not going by week, not getting a touch, not getting a follow, not getting some sort of interaction from you. That's going to be one of the main points. We're obviously going to also, or you're obviously going to also want to do some sort of outbound. I would always recommend, everybody says cold calling is dead. I don't think cold calling is dead. I think making cold calls strategically, not just cold calling people to cold call, but making strategic cold calls to customers that you can do business with or that need your service or your product that you guys are trying to get out there, making sure that you guys are making those calls, making sure that you guys are sending those emails, doing some vidyard videos. That's what we do here. We do some vidyard videos for some of our clients. Your outreach is going to be important. Making sure you're touching back on your clients, making sure that you guys are posting to LinkedIn, posting to social media. If you have something that you guys are out there trying to get out, making sure that you're relaying that information for your distribution company out there quickly. If you have something that is a priority, if you have something that you're dominating, making sure that at least on a 2 to 3 week basis that you're bringing that to the attention of your potential clients on your LinkedIn, on your social media, whether that be posting a video, whether that be posting some sort of content to your webpage, making sure that people are aware of who you are. That's going to be your day-to-day. You're going to be sitting there trying to put as much of yourself out there. So if somebody is interested, that they're going to come in and ask the questions, that they're going to come in and ask discovery call, that they're going to respond to you, that they're going to think of you as a thought leader. Just put yourself out there. It's really everything that we've talked about, that Kyle and I always talk about, is just being consistent, making sure that if you do one good week, don't pat yourself on the back and go, okay, I'm good for the month. Making sure that every day by day, week by week, that you're doing the follow-ups, that you're doing everything you need to in your CRM, that you're engaging with your clients, that you're giving people information and things that they can learn from and gain value out of. I think that hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't, respond to me, add me on LinkedIn, and I can also get with Kyle to give you a little bit of a deeper depth, because he's going to be able to maybe speak to that a little bit more than I would. But again, I'd say just do the same thing I do every day. And if you want some more tips and tricks, follow me on LinkedIn. So CR Rich to get back, they said, thank you. I'm not in sales at the moment, but looking at joining the sales team where I work. So it looks like
I would recommend it, man, or whoever, man or woman. I would very highly recommend it. Being in sales is a lot of fun. Not just from the money aspect of it. It's really cool meeting people, getting to know the industry really well. You get to travel, maybe hopefully with your company, you'll get to travel and just meet new people. And it's really, there's a bunch of people out there that say it. Being a sales guy, it's endless. You're selling yourself. As soon as you learn to be a good salesperson, you're able to sell yourself, you're able to sell your company, you're able to sell the product or services that you have to offer, and it'll be something you can use for years and years to come. There's no one's ever going to replace a sales guy. AI is never going to replace sales guys.
Alrighty, and then this is not a question, but Jason Sherman agrees with you. He says cold calling is absolutely not dead.
I appreciate that.
And then he also says that strategy is everything. If I call you, I'm 75% certain that it's a fit.
See, you're doing that right. You're doing that cold calling right. You're making sure that you've done a little bit of your research. You're making sure that when you call them, that you're not asking these broad-based questions to try and see whether they are, whether you can do work with them. You've done the research, and that makes your cold calling easier. I bet you, if you talk to him, he probably gets a lot of discovery calls, gets a lot of deals when he's making those discovery calls. I'm not talking, every other call or anything, because we all know cold calling is sometimes a little bit tedious, but I bet you're getting good discovery calls because they're agreeing, they know that you've done the research, and you're able to really talk to them and really show them that you can offer them some sort of value.
Cool. We don't have anything else right now.
Awesome, guys. Well, I appreciate it. If you like this, make sure you go and message Kyle. Say, hey, maybe Alex should replace Kyle for the lives more frequently. Tell him what's up. I know he's really busy this week. I don't think that are we doing a live next week, Riley? Yeah, we are not doing a live next week, guys. I apologize, but make sure you guys are here for the one the week after that. We have a very busy week next week. We're going and doing some events next week, so I know that unfortunately we won't be able to do that. But thank you guys for those of y'all that appeared to this one. No more questions, no more comments. I'm going to go into my outro. If you are not following Kyle already on LinkedIn and YouTube, you definitely should. The edited version of this live will be posted over there, maybe with a little bit less of my stumbles and bumbles, along with dozens more videos with valuable content just like this one. Connect with and follow my LinkedIn if you like this show. Maybe I'll go live myself more often. If you guys like it, let me know. This whole episode will be released on podcast form. Just search Industrial Sales and Marketing with Kyle Mylan on any platform you listen to podcasts on. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys go out there and crush it. And if you guys are going out for the solar eclipse, make sure you wear those glasses. See you on the next one.